Shalom, little friends!
Meh, meh.
Hag Sameach Matzot! On day 2 of this feast of unleavened bread, on the 16th day of Aviv, the feast is just beginning, and many more days of joy and reflection are expected.
Shalom, little friends. How are you? Are you ready for this activity?
Meh.
Today, we are going to learn the recipe for unleavened bread.
Little friends, have you prepared unleavened bread before? Well, we'll do it together, and that way you will learn and be able to prepare them daily during the Eternal's feast.
Let us remember the commandment in the Torah. The Torah tells us,
Leviticus chapter 23 verse 6 to 8 says, "And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread to the Eternal. For 7 days you will eat unleavened bread. On the first day you will have a holy convocation. You will not do any ordinary work, but you will present a food offering to the Eternal for 7 days. On the 7th day is a holy convocation. You will not do any ordinary work."
the commandment is to eat unleavened bread for 7 days. So let's see the recipe. A little friend from Cielos Nuevos Niños will be preparing the recipe while Sharón gives us the instructions. So you little friends, follow Sharón step by step as well. Recipe.
The ingredients we are going to need are 1 cup of wheat flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1/4 of a cup of water. Step 1. In a container, mix the flour, salt, and oil. Step 2. Add the water little by little while forming a soft dough. Step 3. Divide your dough into several equal parts. Form balls and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step 4. Take a small ball and start flattening it with a rolling pin until it is thin, but does not break. Step 5. With a fork, poke your unleavened bread so that it does not inflate once you cook it. Step 6. With the help of your parents, you must have a hot pan or griddle ready on the stove. There, the unleavened bread will cook in a couple of minutes. And so you will repeat the flattening process until you finish with all the dough. And you can sing like this so you don't forget the ingredients. Mix it, mix it, mix it, a little bit of flour with oil and salt, a little bit of water, now knead it, knead it, knead it. Take a little piece and flatten, flatten, flatten. Cook it on the fire. Mix it, mix it, mix it, a little bit of flour with oil and salt, a little bit of water, now knead it, knead it, knead it. Take a little piece and flatten, flatten, flatten. Cook it on the fire. Unleavened bread, 7 days of unleavened bread, 7 days for us to feast to honor Elohim. Unleavened bread, 7 days of unleavened bread, 7 days for us to feast to honor Elohim, to honor Elohim, to honor Elohim.
Little friends, now you can prepare your daily unleavened bread and eat it at every meal. Reflection of Matzot Day 2. We must joyfully celebrate these 7 days, eating unleavened bread, prepare it and understand its application to our lives as Yeshua's Talmidim.
Now, let's continue preparing more unleavened bread. I will also make you unleavened bread with whole wheat flour and others with cocoa.
Hag Sameach Matzot, little friends.
Hag Sameach Matzot, little friends. Here I leave you the recipes. The procedure is the same, and give it the flavor you most want, but don't forget, without yeast. The ingredients we are going to need are 3/4 of a cup of wheat flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1/4 of a cup of water. The ingredients that we are going to need are 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat flour, 1/4 of a cup of cocoa, 1/4 of a cup of raw sugar or sweetener, 1/4 of a cup of water, 3 tablespoons of oil, and 1 pinch of salt. It's a feast has begun. The first month is in Abib, day 15 you ought to start. 7 days of Hamatzot you shall to have. The first month is in Abib, day 15 you ought to start. 7 days of Hamatzot you shall to have. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. It's the feast has begun. All that yeast is from Egypt that Yeshua had removed. We are living without sin in obedience to Adonai. All that yeast is from Egypt that Yeshua had removed. We are living without sin in obedience to Adonai. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. It's the feast has begun. From the 15th of Abib, 7 days without yeast. Hamatzot you shall to eat, without sin you shall to live. From the 15th of Abib, 7 days without yeast. Hamatzot you shall to eat, without sin you shall to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast you must to live. Without yeast, without yeast, without yeast, Matzot. In the next teaching, Matzot Day 3, 17th of Aviv. My friends, see you at the next teaching on the 3rd day of Matzot. Shalom.
Little friends, remember to visit the webpage of Cielos Nuevos Niños in the section of Niños, www.cielosnuevosytierranueva.org, and download all the material that is completely free. We also have a WhatsApp and Telegram phone number, +52 33 28 24 91 85, where you can send your pictures and videos as you complete this activity of prepare your own matzot following Sharon's recipe and color these sheets with the characters. You can also share them with us through Facebook at Cielos Nuevos Niños. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cielos Nuevos Niños, and let's continue learning about our Eternal Father's instruction.